Welcome back, true believers and spectacular Spidey fans, to another episode of Spider-Man PS4 101. So in the last episode of Spider-Man PS4 101, we actually recapped Insomniac's livestream where they fully broke down new information about the Raft demo as well as the open world gameplay from E3 2018. And even though Insomniac did a great job during the livestream going over some new information from the gameplay, I actually found some really interesting stuff from the gameplay that you may have not seen before. And for this video, I'm going to break down the top 5 most interesting details that you may have missed during E3 2018. And the first detail that some of you may have missed is actually the different colored prisoners that come out of the cells in the Raft demo. And as you can see clear as day, these prisoners are both blue and red, which is really interesting. Now, if I had to take a guess as to why the prisoners look this way, I would say that they are some form of mutant. Now, even though we don't know for sure if the X-Men are going to be referenced within Spider-Man PS4's world, we do know that this is in fact Marvel's New York. And since we've been getting lots of references and Easter eggs to characters like the Avengers, Black Panther, and Doctor Strange, it wouldn't be all that crazy to see some villain references as well. And even though I don't know for sure why these prisoners look this way, it's very interesting to see that there are a variety of enemies to fight within the prison. And to reference another group of enemies, we've actually seen the Inner Demons fight Spider-Man in really different ways, ranging from using their fists or actually negatively charged weapons. And even though we didn't necessarily see the blue and red prisoners use any superpowers on Spider-Man, they do have those superpowered restraining collars on them. And if there's a possibility that we could see these enemies without the power restraining collars on, I'm really curious to see what type of powers that they could use to fight Spider-Man with. So I definitely recommend to keep an eye on these blue and red prisoners because you never know how they could be used in the full game. Now, the second really interesting point that was shown off in the demo that some of you may have not seen is actually the really interesting part with the focus bar. So as you know already, the focus bar is primarily used within combat where you can either use finishing moves on enemies or actually heal Spider-Man if he is damaged. However, one thing that you may have not noticed about the focus bar is that every time you pull off a stylish swing in the city, you actually slightly increase the focus bar every time you pull one off. And if you saw Insomniac Games livestream, you would have known that Ryan Smith has actually said that some of the suit powers actually do involve traversal. And since that's the case, it wouldn't be too far-fetched if the focus meter actually relates to some parts of traversal as well. Either way, I'm very excited to see the full capabilities of the focus bar in the game. So the third really interesting detail that you may have missed during the E3 coverage is that while you are walking through city streets as Spider-Man, random civilians will actually attack you. And I can tell you firsthand, since I got to play the game hands-on with Brian Intihar himself, there was a random crowd of civilians that all of a sudden started to attack Spider-Man after I stopped a crime. And as Insomniac stated during the live stream, there are certain parts in the story where the civilians may turn on Spider-Man and actually go so far as to attack him. And just seeing how fun it is to fight the thugs in the game, like the Fist Guards and the Inner Demons, I just find it hilarious that you can also fight random civilians in the city as well. And I just love that little finite detail that Insomniac added because I think it's hilarious. So the fourth detail that was actually brought up yesterday in Insomniac's livestream, if you didn't notice it, and it was also explained during E3 itself, is that while you upgrade Spider-Man, you actually have to collect tokens in the city in order to craft different suits. Not only is it going to be important for you to fully upgrade Spider-Man when playing through the game, it's also going to be important to fully do all the side objectives while playing through the story as well. The side objectives in the game, like stopping crimes, checking out the research stations, and defusing bombs, will all add up to having you collect tokens to help craft suits in the game. And specifically relating to the tokens, there are different sets of tokens that you can find scattered throughout the city, and every time you collect a certain set of tokens, that will allow you to unlock a certain suit for Spider-Man to wear. And just seeing how in-depth the crafting system is for the game just for the suits just gets me really excited to see how it's going to be fully implemented when the game ships. And I don't know about you, but collecting tokens in a Spider-Man game just starts making me feel really nostalgic. Now, the last detail that should really reassure a lot of you who aren't fully sold on the demo yet is actually the fact that Insomniac confirmed that they are going to implement lots more animations into the final game.
Oh, another thing is, a lot of people ask, like, are there more, like, combat moves and finishers? Like, we actually only selected 5 finishers to show.
Right, that's why you keep seeing the same ones.
Yeah, actually there's a ton of finishers that you'll see throughout when you're playing. So I know that was a question for some people.
So just like Brian said, even though the demo was restricted to a few animations for the combat and the traversal, we can definitely expect a ton more animations to be put in the final game. And already seeing the amount of animations that were inputted within the demo, I'm really curious and really excited to see what the other animations are going to look like. And just knowing that the swinging is going to look better by the time the game releases in September just makes me really happy. Now, as an honorable mention for the game's details is actually something that was discovered during the Shocker boss fight that some of you may have not heard correctly.
Looking at the security footage, the guard was in some kind of trance. And it might have been the lighting, but it looked like his eyes were glowing.
Well, that's creepy. Why are you doing this, Herman?
Don't kill me! Not even sure these guys are people! Could be anything.
Wait, did you say mask? Mascots! What do they want the money for?
Don't know! Don't care! As soon as I finish the job, I'm gone!
So given what Yuri tells Spider-Man while he's making his way towards Shocker, it definitely sounds like Mr. Negative took control of a guard using his negative energy to release Shocker. And given what Shocker says talking about people wearing masks, I can almost guarantee you for a fact that those are the inner demons. And seeing how in the story it seems like Shocker is working for Mr. Negative really intrigues me. And I'm very curious to see where that story goes in the game. But anyways guys, those are all the details I could find for you today. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Did you find any details that I may have missed, and what was your favorite part about both demos? But anyways guys, thank you all so much for watching. Stay spectacular, Spidey fans. Peace out.
Wait, you?
Rand!
Hi.
Hi. What's hi? Can I spend it?